Doug Thompson, we're in the shop today and got a fun little project going on right now. A client wants me to build kind of a little garden gate. And she gave me these units. And basically it's 3/8" round bar with a little spear point and some scrolls. And she wants me to build 30 of these units. And they'll be about 6 inches longer than what you see. And they'll be pushed into the ground. These units will be joined by these little pins. There'll be a washer on each of these, and the pin will pass through it to keep them all together so we can make a curve and follow the contour of the brickwork in this garden. But she had 2 extra units, and she gave them to me and said, I'd like you to make a gate out of them. So I did. The first thing I did is I trimmed off the long 3/8" round bar to a given dimension. I decided, because this is all kind of round, why not use a round hinge post and a round latch post? So that's what you see. I reinforced these 2 by welding them together right at the kind of the midpoint of where this strap comes across. So I've got a weld on both sides. When I put them together, I found out right away that when I put these this flat bar to this, the hoops were a little bit different. So I had to make a choice. Do we line up the horizontal bars or do we line up the top of the hoops? And I decided it would be better to line up the horizontal elements so that it's all crisp and neat. And if the tops are off a little bit, maybe we'll never see it. But when I put it on the ground, you literally can't see that these are not exactly the same. I use cylinder hinges on this side to connect the gate to the post. Up here, I forged a little latch. I used the same width of material. This is 3/16 by 3/4, and I made a little block here and a block here. So this block receives a 1/4" bolt that has a washer above and below it. And then I made a little keeper here for both the gate and the latch post, so it all closes up like that. It's low enough so you can access this from both sides. Super simple. This is the spacer between the latch tube and the gate. I want a 5/8" gap, so I tacked this block in here, and I'm going to leave it until installation. I'm also going to weld across, this is 1/2" pipe. I'm going to weld a piece of 1/2" pipe. It'll be in the ground, but all we'll have to do is set this whole assembly in the garden, dig a couple holes, grout it in with some cement, let it dry, come back, cut this out, and we'll have a very easy installation. So when I do a lot of punching with the iron worker, I save the slugs. There are lots of things you can do with the slugs. I had some that were 1/2". This is a pipe that I basically took this punch slug, put it at the top, welded it all around, and then grind it into this nice little radius, just as a nice little finish to the top of that tube, just to seal it up. Here, she's got some small dogs, so I'm going to take some 1/4" round bar, and from this point, top of this bar, to here, I'm going to go ahead and weld in 4 bars so the smallest of her dogs can't get into the garden. So I'm using my little Miller 211. I'm going to set it about 1/4 inch, 58 on the wire speed. That should be pretty good. I'm going to cut the wire each time that I make a weld. So I'll just put a little bit of pressure on this and make a weld. .3/16" wall, so I've got the machine says 3/16 inch, and I'm just going to weave back and forth. It's cold enough that I can do a continuous weld by weaving back and forth to just finish my weld. I had to turn it on and off just a little bit just to make sure it didn't fall through. That'll be fine. Super solid weld. I'm probably going to end up sandblasting this. And I'm pretty much done with this little gate. It's ready for installation.